Hello friends, in today's session we'll learn about maxima, minima and increasing and decreasing of functions. Okay, let's start with question number 1. Question number 1 is saying approximate the relative extrema of each function. So first we understand what is relative extrema. Extrema means minimum or maximum, and relative means it may not be absolute, like not most minimum or most maximum. Okay, so first we understand how do we identify relative minima and relative maxima. Okay, so for to have relative minima, the function should change from decreasing to increasing. Okay, the moment where the function changes from decreasing to increasing, that moment we get the relative minima. And when do we have relative maxima? When the function changes from increasing to decreasing. First we'll understand through example here what is when do we say function is increasing or decreasing. Okay, like in the first example you can see that when x increases, y increases. You can see when we are going like this, so when we are moving rightward we are actually moving upward also, right? So this is a case when we say that the function is increasing, and with an increase in x, if we go downward we say that the function is decreasing. So we can see here, first we starting with x as -7, where x value was -7, the function started increasing and increasing, and it stopped at this point. This point is basically -1. So let me mark that -3 comma -1. Okay. And then the function started decreasing. Why am I saying decreasing? Because when I am moving to the right of x, I am actually going down. So when you move to the right of x, if you go actually down, it means the function is decreasing that moment. So after -3 comma -1, the function is decreasing, and it keeps on decreasing and decreasing and decreasing, and it goes up to this point. So from this point to this point the function keeps on decreasing. Can you tell me the coordinate of this point? The comma -4. Okay, and then from here the function keeps on increasing again. Move to the right of x, we are actually moving upward. So it means after that it is again increasing. So by definition, relative minima is when the function changes from decreasing to increasing. So by looking at the graph, we can see that the function changed from decreasing to increasing at, okay, so my relative extrema is this point. Minima, I will say, let me write it. Relative minima is relative maxima, where the function changed from increasing to decreasing, and that point is, okay. With this understanding, we'll try to solve question number 2. So after -2 the function is increasing. In general words, if you see a depth, so that point is a relative minima, then you will see that is okay. So here in general we can see that this point is the depth, so this point is a relative minima. So the relative minima is negative 2 comma minima, and this point is the peak, so it is the relative maxima, which is 0 comma. Okay, fine. Let's come to next question. Question number 3. In question number 3, they say use a graphing calculator to approximate the relative extrema of each function. So basically you will have to draw the graph, right? So you can see the graph here. I have drawn it for you. Now in this graph, the relative, the depth you can see is the maximum is, the peak is 2.7 comma 5.5, right? So that is the relative maximum, 2.7 comma 5.5. That is the relative maximum. Relative maximum. Okay. Similarly, we'll draw the number 4. I have drawn it for you. You can see the graph. The depth here is, from the graph you don't need to worry. So the depth you can see is 0, 0, relative minima and relative, and relative minima is 0. Okay. Hope it is clear. Let's come to question number 5. Question is approximate the interval where each function is increasing and decreasing. That we have already learned. When the function is increasing, when x moving right, y increases. Okay, so that is an increasing function. And when x moving right, y decreases, that is a decreasing function. So we have to write the interval where the function is increasing from open interval, from, I will talk about x value. So from here all the way to here, the function is increasing. Good. So the x is negative 4 and up to 4. Please understand guys, this is not a coordinate. This is the interval I have written. All the way from negative 4 to 4. And this is an open interval because I am not involving negative 4 or 4. Right? So this is the increasing interval. Okay. Then for decreasing interval, you can see before minus 4 and after 4, the function is decreasing. So we will just say from negative infinity all the way to negative 4, open interval, and union means as well as all the way from 4 open interval to infinity, that is a decreasing function. Right? Hope it makes sense. Okay, let's solve. In question number 6, you can see, first I will mark about increasing function. So increasing function is from minimum point to maximum point basically. So the interval is all the way from x minus 1 to x0. Understand, in this we write interval, we don't write the coordinate. I will just color it in this part. Then the function is decreasing in the remaining section. You can see here all the way before minus 1 and from 0 to 1, the function is decreasing. Why? Because when when the x moves right, actually y goes down. You can see when x moves right, you are moving right, and actually you are going down. Basically, it is a decreasing function, right? Okay. So decreasing function is from negative infinity to 1. These are x values, not the coordinates, and union from 0 to 1, that open interval. Good. Use the graphing calculator to approximate the interval where each function is increasing and decreasing. So basically we'll have to draw the graph. I have drawn that for you, number 7, and we have to tell about the increasing and decreasing interval. So here you can see that the function is decreasing from negative infinity to negative 1, and union from 0 to for the remaining interval. For the remaining interval. So what is the remaining interval? The remaining interval is union 1 to infinity. Fine. Similarly, you can have a look at question number 8 at 1. Okay. So from 0 to 1 the function is increasing, and it is again increasing all the way very down from 0 to from 1 to infinity, right? So 0 to 1 and 1 to infinity the function is increasing. So it is increasing so the function is increasing from 0 to 1 and then union 1 to the function is decreasing. So decreasing from minus infinity to minus 1 and union from minus 1 to 0. Okay. First let's talk about the relative minima. So is there any depth? So yes, there is a depth here at the point, at this point. You can see it is not exactly 1, but it is 0 point. Yeah. So let me write relative minima at relative minima is a point, not an interval. Okay. The point is around 0 comma 0.9. Okay. We are just writing approximately, not using calculator. Okay. Graph is given to us. Okay. So that is relative minima. Okay. Relative maxima. Is there any peak in the question? No, there is no peak. So there is no relative maxima. So there is no relative maxima. Okay. Now we learned about absolute extrema. Absolute extrema means most maximum or most minimum. So when you see the graph keeps on going up and up and up. Okay. So there is no value which is most maximum, you can say, because it keeps on going upward. So there is no absolute maxima, and similarly it is it keeps on going down and down and down. So there is nothing like most minimum. Okay, so we'll say that there is no absolute extrema. We don't have absolute maximum or absolute minimum, so there is no absolute extrema. Hope it makes sense. Let's come to question number 10. Okay, we had to talk about the increasing and decreasing interval also. So let's talk about increasing function in question number 9 first. So the function is increasing, you can see, from 0 to 2, because at 2 there is a vertical asymptote. So the function does not touch at 2. So the function is increasing all the way from 0 to 2, and union, it is keeps on going and going upward when you move to the right. So it is increasing from 2 to infinity. Please understand, this is an interval, not a coordinate. Okay, it is decreasing to the left side of x values, right, on the negative x. So I am marking it with different color so that you have a better idea. So it is I'm coloring it with red. So the function is decreasing all the way from minus infinity to minus 2, and from minus 2 open to 0. It keeps on decreasing where there is a depth. So there is a depth here at this point. So that point is 2 comma negative 7. So there is a relative minima, 2 comma negative 7. Okay. Is there something called most maximum or most minimum? Again, not, because the graph keeps on going upward and upward. So there is nothing like most maximum, and the graph keeps on going downward because it has an arrow. So there is nothing like most minimum. So there is no absolute minima. So let me write no absolute extrema. Extrema means neither minimum nor maximum. So nil, you can see with red. So the function is increasing actually from negative infinity to 0. It is an interval, okay, increasing interval we are writing, and from 2 to infinity because it keeps on going to the right. Okay, there is a arrow. So the increasing interval is from negative infinity to 0 union 2 to infinity, and the decreasing interval is on the remaining section, you can see already, is from 0 to 2, the interval where x is 0 to x is 2. Okay, so it is the interval from 0 to 2. And relative minimum. Okay, is there any absolute maximum or absolute minimum? So yes, there is one absolute maximum, which is this point again, 3 comma 5, because that is the most maximum, right? So we'll say absolute maximum, absolute maxima is the point 3 comma 5. And is there any absolute minima? No, there is no minima because the graph keeps on going down and down and down. So there is nothing like most minimum. Okay, so we'll write no absolute. Hope it makes sense. Now we'll talk about increasing and decreasing interval. So the increasing is function is increasing. I am coloring it with red. You can see here all the way down to going uphill up to here, right? So this section with red is the increasing section, correct? So here we'll write the interval. Why? Because this is the increasing part. Okay, so increasing is from minus infinity to, what is my x value here? Here 3, right? So it is increasing from minus infinity to 3, and on the remaining section it is decreasing. So you can see I will color it with different color. So it is decreasing in this part, you can see with green, right? So the function is decreasing from 3 to infinity because it keeps on going rightward and it goes down. It keeps on decreasing. Okay, let's come to next question, question number 12. In the graph we can see that, is there any peak? So yes, there is a peak here. Maybe you can see, you don't need to solve and worry about. from the graph we can see that there is a peak here at this point. So we have a relative maxima. The point is -5 comma -5 comma maybe 2.8. Okay, and there is a relative minima here. Relative minima may be the depth, you can see. So relative minima is at -2.8. So that is a relative minima. Guys, please understand, this is a learning from the horizontal asymptote. Why did I say the horizontal asymptote is x-axis? Because the degree of numerator is 1 and degree of denominator is 2. So when the degree of numerator is less than the degree of denominator, then the asymptote is x-axis. Okay, it means this graph will keep on going down and down and down, but it will not touch x-axis, neither this nor this section. Okay, it will not touch x-axis. So with this understanding, it will cross x-axis. Okay, so it means the absolute maximum value is, what is this point? That is the most maximum value, and this is the most minimum value. So my answer would be, for the same question, this would be absolute as well as relative maximum, and this would be absolute as well as relative, and the function is decreasing from -5 to 5. The function was -5 to 5, all this way it was decreasing. You can see here it is decreasing, right? 5 to 5. Good. Okay, let's come to next question. Question number, if I will draw the graph. The points are 1 1 and then 2 2. Relative maximas, the graph should somehow be looking like this. Agree? Why? Because uh, the number of relative maximas or minimas is one less than the degree of the function, right? So with that understanding, we for sure know that the degree of the function has to be 6. Okay. Now one more connection I would like to discuss is that uh, for some moment, let's assume that this part, only one part of the graph, is like quadratic. It is this part of the graph, like this part. Okay, for some, so we can say that the graph has a vertex 1 comma 1. So the function can be y equal to, we have learnt from the uh, vertex form of the graph, x minus 1 whole square, and function with degree 6. Okay, so make a wild attempt. You can say it is a guessing. So I am using x minus 1 whole square times x minus 2 whole square times, should put 1 here. When I put a second point for x as 2, that also will make this 0, but that should make this value as 2. So this value 2 should not be accepted. That is why we need to put in x here, so that whatever value you are putting in place of x's, that value will be a respective coordinate, right? Okay, plus x. So this is your final function. You can have multiple answers. The only changes could be in the leading coefficient. It could be -5, -7, -8. It will not affect the coordinates. Okay, fine. Let's come to last question, question number 14. Because so the graph has to look like this, right? And because we want to have a minimum at 2 2, so the graph should have a depth like this, and then 3 3 should have a peak like this, right? Okay, now understand, because it's relative maximum here, because we will have a peak at 1 1 and a depth at 2 2, and not if it is a discontinuous function. Okay, so uh, is it possible? So it is not possible. Okay, so this is not possible. And why it is not possible? Because the function is continuous. Yes, if it would have been a discontinuous function, then it would be possible. Why? The first part will have a peak at 1 1, and then for the second part we'll have a depth at 2 2, and then for the third part we can anyway have a peak also. So yes. So when is it possible? If it is a discontinuous function, then it is possible. Not right now. Good. So that was a end of the session. See you soon. Thank you.